exciting. Jake, I'm rolling. Given his place in the game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we faced a lot of number ones. We're going to continue to do that this season to finish out. But for Morales to get opportunity to go head to head, against one of the better pitchers in the game, it's got to be exciting. I'm not sure if he knows, about Crochet and pitching against someone that is really successful, had a great season, but that's what makes him special too. I think for Morales is he's just going to go out there and compete and go pitch his game.
What do you thought of the way he's handled? He's obviously pitching more than he has in the season, and it seems like he's gotten almost stronger with each start. What do you think kind of where he's at right now? It's only a few weeks left in the season.
I think it's great. The more innings we can build him up and get him prepared for next year, I think it's just going to provide him, the strength, the physical, physicality that he's going to need to get through a full major league season of 30 plus starts. But I think right now, like you said, he seems to be getting better and better. He's put a lot of work in just since he's gotten here and cleaning up his mechanics, and the delivery looks really good. It's a lot more fluid. Arm action's better, and then obviously he's filling up his zone better. So, for us, those are all positive signs leading into to next year.
I like your opinion since you know every single guy in this organization back and forth. In this last Vieros homestand here against the River Cats, we saw a couple of pictures, the Junior Tour and Gustavo Rodriguez. Could you please let me have your opinion of them as a pitcher?
Yeah, we can talk about the AAA guys, sure. For Tor, he's a young arm that has kind of accelerated himself a little bit from AA to AAA. I think, from a reliever look, he's probably got an opportunity to touch the big leagues for sure. I think he started a little bit this year in AA occasionally. It's too soon to say whether or not he can do that at the big league level. Rodriguez is another kid, same kind of path, accelerated path from A-ball, I think, all the way to AAA. He hasn't had as much success in AAA since he's been there, but we're still excited about his future. He's got an electric fastball. I think there's command issues right now that he'll work through, but both those kids are talented young kids in AAA.
Yeah, and Tor, it seems like he's been put on the same path like Morales, in the sense that he gets 25 games this year at other levels. He started 23 games, but now he's pitching out of the 10. According to the reports, you see him as a reliever or as a starter?
As I talked about, I kind of said at the beginning that the reliever kind of look is probably more prominent for him, but I'm not going to rule out the fact that he started 23 games. And anytime you have a young pitcher, you want him to be a starter as long as possible and explore every opportunity for him.
If you can recall, in a season this century, have you ever had a chance to where this has been the first time you're facing the team this late in the season?
Well, that's a great question. I feel like it's happening more with the way the schedule is designed, that you don't see a team until September. It's kind of odd that we're seeing a team in September and seeing him 6 out of 9 games. So we'll get real familiar with him pretty quickly. But again, it is a little bit unusual that this team is the one team we haven't played this year, and in fact, in about 15 minutes we actually have to do an advanced scouting report of the team because we're just so unfamiliar with them. Usually at this point, those type of meetings are short, quick, and pretty brief, just because you played so many games against especially in division. But to play out of division, it does feel a little different right now in September.
What has it been like having Sean Newcomb back and seemingly pitching pretty well?
Luke's done a great job for us. I thought there's a lot of familiarity with our organization coming back to us. A lot of comfortability, I think, in being here and being with the group that he's worked with. Changing roles, going to the bullpen, pitching in a different kind of in a different role for him this year. I think has helped him, and he's done a great job. It's been fun to watch him in different innings and challenges.
Has his stuff been better this time around versus when you guys had him the last couple of years?
I think that Velo's better, but the injury was really what kind of hurt him with coming off the injury. I think it was the knee that really impacted the delivery and his ability to throw strikes. As you can tell, he's throwing more strikes. There's less walks. If he's got enough rest, like yesterday, he was 95, 96. Again, at that velocity, I think he gets more swing and miss. But he's still a guy that throws strikes and gets contact as well with the sinker. So he's had a really good run for us for sure.
Many cuts. In regards to player development, we've seen a lot of handful of players, homegrown talent, come and help out the major league club. Just as a manager, what type of luxuries to have a player development that's doing a really good job producing players, whether it's down at the complex or sending them down to Vegas to kind of redoing things.
The player development's a big part of the success of any organization. And scouting has a lot to do with that as well. The draft, the players that we've been able to land over the last few years, to see the growth that they get here to the big leagues. There's still a lot of work to be done with them, but anytime an organization has a pipeline that's homegrown and it gives you a head start per se, and just building the relationships and commanding the way you want the game played from the time they get into the organization until they get to the big leagues.
Hey, Scott.
Right.